One of those guys, look at the top left. That's Stephen A. Smith. He's being subbed in here. I know 9 actually knows who Stephen A. Smith is.
Oh, my. Despicable. Horrible. Unbelievable.
Blasphemous.
Blasphemous.
And my goodness, this is going to be fun, right? These two guys together, along with facing off against Ninja and Reverse, who we know, right?
Yep.
Ninja and Reverse, a very talented team, one of which has played in I think it was week 1 was their only time they played with each other, but everyone knows, right, their desperate attempt to try and qualify for the Fortnite World Cup as a duo got them so incredibly close, but they're back here again. They're trying to dominate. Reverse literally has a nano leaf in the background of his current setup, which I am very jealous about, but I'm more jealous about his gun skills. He's already taken out a few players and Paradise Palms, making them look easy, and that's the scary part for me about this lineup here, guys, is how dominant these two are together and how much communication as well exists between them previously.
Oh, absolutely. Reverse Ninja. Any team Ninja's on, right, is always going to be a talking point because we know he can slay out, especially in these public lobbies, but I got to say, they have their hands full with this matchup, right? Going against Riversen, going against Ceice. Mind you guys, these two play together along with Elevate in the Trio Cash Cup, so obviously they have a long history of competing together. And on top of that, Riversen playing in the World Cup solo finals. He placed 9th. He took away a large chunk of money, and it's going to be a tough team to play against, especially with Ninja going down. If Reverse doesn't clutch up here, Ceice, Riversen are basically going to run through this map and come out on game 2 with a nice lead. But luckily, Reverse able to clutch. He gets the card. And you can only hope there's no one else left in this location, which I don't think there is. He should be able to get that revive.
I can't get over that picture.
I can't either. I really can't. Oh, at some point, can Stephen A. come and cast Fortnite with us, please?
That'd be incredible. That would be not blasphemous. That'd be a fantastic, whatever word you want to kind of call it. As here we go, Ceice, an interesting spot, right? Riversen goes down, and we were talking about kind of some struggles on the other side. Ceice brought down to a decently low amount of HP, considering the shield that he had previous, but you hear the calls coming in saying, hey, they're right behind you. You've got to be aware of that. Man, just to dodge one shot, but can't stop the other. Ceice, Riversen down off the start, and in Dusty Depot, a fan favorite by a lot of people, but if you are a fan of these boys, that is not something that you want to see. Reverse, Ninja, they're up, right? They got the reboot off. They thankfully are still alive right now when it comes into Paradise Palms, but to have the enemy, who we know is super, super talented, be dropped this early on, and when Reverse and Ninja are destroying the way they are, right? We see Reverse now up to nearly 9 eliminations with that assistance. This is going to be a scary game number 2.
Wanted him to take the head off with the snipe. This is crazy how things just turned around where Ninja gets dropped off early, Reverse goes in clutch. I'm starting to highlight Ceice and Riversen. They're going to walk away with this, but all of a sudden the tides have turned dramatically. Luckily, though, Reverse once again able to come in clutch, finishes a player off top. I don't know what he just did with his tongue, but hopefully that never happens again. He's going to get the revive onto Ninja. And he also has some minis to his name. But you talk about one of the best places to go, apparently, at least in this lobby. And it's not too bad, and it's not too hard to loot. So, honestly, yeah, top 3 for sure.
I like that. As it looks like we are seeing, like I said, a number of different rotations. We saw Mega Mall, we saw Dusty, and now we're seeing the play be made in towards Salty. But Grandma's got something to say about it first. You got to visit her before you head on into town. Is Reverse already the first man here? Unfortunately, did not pull out the trap card, but he's ready for it, man. He is primed, ready to go, taking down another player with the Shani, as that is going to be 11 eliminations for him, despite Ninja being on literally 3 HP. He's still making some damage happen, and despite him, I think he's fallen 3-4 times up to this point. It's not really that big of a deal because whenever he drops, it's for good reason and allows for them to be in a situation where, hey, if he goes down, no big deal. At least he kind of played as a bait. So that's what I kind of like about Ninja a lot of the times is that he is willing to do whatever it takes to get to play as good, if not better, with the teammate that he has. But I think there's not really going to be too much of a change-up coming in toward home just because he's familiar with kind of that LAN environment as you spoke of. Now, I will say, the one thing when you are in front of a crowd is when you put on a show. So that means making the highlight plays, trying to be the star, the main man, the guy who's putting up crazy moments. Here at home, that allows for Ninja to kind of play his typical style, right? Maybe try to bait for your teammates, which has kind of been the discussion up to this point, being kind of that entry assist man, the support player for Reverse. I think that's when the roles can kind of change up and may actually benefit the team, but there we go. Ninja down, and it looks as if he will be thirsted. Reverse a little bit too far away. So we've talked about how many times that Ninja has fallen up to this point. It's going to put Reverse in somewhat of a familiar spot considering the way this game has gone.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised that Reverse was so far away there. That took quite a while there. Ninja was holding the rest of them back with some of those builds and at least calling out where it was happening. I'm a little surprised that Reverse wasn't a little bit closer over, maybe trying to get some more mats before assisting. But, you know, only 12 total elims left on the map here. They've certainly done the damage right now. We'll see here if Reverse can add a little extra credit there. And
he's on the roof.
Yeah, this is going to be scary. How do you approach this situation?
Oh.
Just like that, apparently.
Yeah, luckily that opponent drops down. One of his biggest mistakes. He should have stayed up top on that high ground, because bringing it down to Reverse's level, he could easily overtake high ground if he wants. He's going to be boxed up for the time being, forced to turbo build, but goes to make a break, a little bit of a miss edit. That's going to be okay. He's going to be able to recover for that for the time being. Another miss edit, but luckily gets to knock as I think a three-piece coming through, and this is his opportunity. That's what I was going to suggest. Take the shockwave, take the high ground, and get your finishes off your opponents. He's at 13 right now, Landon.
He is. He is feeling confident, immediately grabbing that second story advantage, places down the cone just to make sure that he's safe in case an excess build were to come through, but no harm, no foul, resources to grab, as that is going to be a big pot along with a few other things, right, to kind of complement.
But opting out to have their full setup, AR, sniper, shotgun, right? It's kind of interesting to me to say the least, but with that being said, lasers up ahead, that infantry never looking so good.
Great work right there. Yes, take the elim right there. And where is the mech? So the mech is really far away right now. I think Reverse is just going to say, well, if you're not there, I'll just go do the job right now. No mechs for me to worry about. And nobody by themselves is going to be enough. A full elim coming in right there. Now just a matter of baiting out the shots. And, you know, I almost feel like the Brute might help him in this situation, too, by taking down that whole build. But it looks like not going to wait for that to happen. Running right in.
Bringing it all down. Beautiful stuff, exactly what he needed to do, and there it is. He's going to get one knock at least from fall damage. Smart plays, knowing his opponent's builds weren't supported as much as he probably thought it was. Down at the bottom, good check through the little slot to make sure no one was inside of this building, and he'll continue to engage on a player up top. That's going to be a headshot. 62 wide off that player. He knows he's won. He's going to go in for the full sit, for the full attack. He's going to drop down. Got to watch out for the trap, so wisely doesn't just break it in, but Ninja actually saying, hey, man, just take his wall. Let's go. Get this elim. And there it is. Luckily gets it. Campfire not going to be enough, and all the loot's going to fall to the ground. He's at 17. 3 more left. He could hit 20, Landon.
He absolutely could, which would be a masterful performance, as he's already spotted the rift. Could only get bigger as the player's going for resources, and now is not the time. When Reverse is on the map, it's not going to treat you all that well, as there will be the 18th elim, and looking for a 19th, looking for a 20th, and here we go. Another one found, and there is 19, and here we go. 420.
Ninja continues to scream.
Ninja, maybe be in the Twitch chat right now. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's giving him the gas. Reverse, though, not worried. He's not worried. There it is, 20 kills. A 20 bomb for Reverse2k.
I think Ninja was actually being like the middleman for the communication for the team he was fighting.
Involved, as he will be diving in here for game number 2, and the question remains, Ceice, Riversen, what can you accomplish? And while we do fly in, we also want to give a huge, massive thank you to our friends at Smile More, an incredibly and inspiring YouTuber, Roman Atwood. He and his brand are sponsoring this week of Friday Fortnite. $10,000 to the winners and $10,000 for you guys all watching. Make sure, if you haven't done so already, to visit thesmilestore.com, and once at checkout, use code FridayFortnite for 30% off, as this offer is only available while the tournament is going.
All right. Okay, Slee, check the blend. There you go. I think you might have to take your shirt off for that. Thank goodness we're not on camera, because TOS, baby. But looking at Ceice up top, and he is raining down hell on the players below, and he is connecting that scope. They are looking nice. That's going to be 2 knocks. A third one onto Grandma. Shield off. He is not missing a shot. This is why Ceice is one of the best players in the world, and why 100T picked him up. And this player
Ceice,
can't get
chill.
away. He has literally got
Chill out,
That's
Ceice.
3 elims. I know 2 more knocks down below, and he's finally going to come down and potentially find some more players inside of the depot. He's going to go up to the top, and wisely so. Now he's got the ultimate high ground. If there's a player down below, I think he's potentially going for some loot that's going to be up here, getting some mats, but not a bad start to the slow start we saw from Reverse and Ninja. They went to the outside. This is the mansion that I was talking about on the well, now they pushed in, but they started at the mansion behind. They got kitted up. And Reverse, he's got that legendary combat. You can't go wrong when you get a legendary combat off the break, and you can't lose a game when you get the legendary combat off the break. He has been blessed.
I'm going to continue my research.
Okay, sounds good. It looks as if Ninja right now, currently roaming instead of Paradise Palms, having a little bit better of an opportunity. That's going to be 2 off the rip, and good work coming in from he and Reverse, as we discussed, right? You have that legendary on your side. It's going to treat you pretty well. The combat is nice, and there we go. Ninja coming through with the drum of his own, as that is going to be the 3rd and possibly the 4th. Okay, Ninja, he's popping off. He and Reverse together. These guys are a dynamic duo. One that you've got to be looking out for as the tournament moves on.
And it makes sense that they head over to Paradise, because I know Ninja, if you watch his streams, like especially if he's playing with Dr. Lupo, he's playing with Tim, or anybody in that mix, they love to go over towards Paradise. But unfortunately for Riversen, the Met comes through in the stomp to finalize, and Ceice, yeah, he had to get out of there. I don't blame him. Can you even go back and get the card? You can hope so, right? There's still plenty of opportunities to get it, but for as much distance as he covers.
That is your key. Oh, wait. Is he going to get here in time?
Oh, he might. I think
so.
The Brute
out.
chased him. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Bruce ended up chasing him there, and you heard the frustrations there. But now saying
this is going to be so clutch.
I might be able to make it 5
Oh,
seconds.
he's got a bunny hop. He's got a bunny hop. He's got a bunny hop into it. Hopefully he makes it. No, he didn't bunny hop. He missed the bunny hop.
No!
How?
Clutch, Ceice!
How many times have we seen that? The longest 0 seconds ever. The final frame
There's
he could
like an
have
extra
grabbed it
5
on.
seconds after 0.
No one worry about the score. It doesn't matter. That was clutch, Ceice.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
I, when he missed the bunny hop, I was like, nah, there's no way. Well, Ninja
We
continued.
get to watch a replay of this.
Okay, so 2, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0.
And like
There were
blinked.
3
Yeah.
blinks of 0 seconds.
Wow. Well, hey, I guess that's a good addition, especially
The
if you're trying to
Fortnite
go clutch.
gods. They saw
Ceice.
Ceice at the Fortnite World Cup, and they're like, you know what? Okay, we'll give this guy a chance. We'll give this guy an opportunity.
Wow.
You know, granted, the overall circumstances.
Uh-oh.
Okay, never mind.
They're going to get Sprute themselves.
Oh, man.
getting
Reverse.
out of there.
Apparently lost his own mech. Maybe that was the one that he was utilizing. Who
Oh,
knows?
beautiful.
As that is just going to go ahead and be such an annoying factor. As I think
What do you do?
whoever
Like-
was in the Brute actually just fired rockets at themselves, which is always interesting. And there goes Ninja.
Honestly, that Brute was just better. Like, there's nothing you could do in that situation. You know,
Brute was
It's like-
just better.
It's Ninja just got outplayed in that situation. You know, there's nothing he could have done. You know, It's just-
I'd imagine that's exactly what he's saying to himself right now
It's
in a
just-
frustrated voice.
everybody is just so frustrated with it. Like I said, it could be usable if it just got reworked.
You know what, Taylor? In the midst of us kind of being a little bit frustrated, you know what would be a positive right now? To do a trivia question.
Let's do it.
Who doesn't love trivia
Let's do it.
questions?
I like it.
As Reverse should be taking down this llama pretty shortly. There we go. There's going to be one. But here we go, folks. Next trivia question underway. Question number 2 of 10 that we'll be having throughout the broadcast. Like we've said, if you are just joining us, we are doing
But just
glory.
couldn't.
And there it is.
Just had to throw it in there.
I respect it, Landon. Thank you.
No, I had no
I
problem.
respect it.
I'm here all week. Literally. Every single week.
Same.
Almost every week.
Same. Well, Reverse continues to dominate the server. Traps, place down. Player doesn't try to break through the wall, which actually I think he did, but instantly comes for the knock onto Twitch Hooligan, and there's going to be one more just down below. Edit comes through. Player thought he was gaining the advantage, does not. And Reverse has one more wall to take before this full team is solidified and elimed. But meanwhile, rockets are coming through, and I can't tell if that's a Brute or if that's just an RPG, but drops down, gets the instant elim. Ninja able to get the last, and that's going to be another Team Ninja having a great game himself, sitting at 10 elims. That answers my question. Legendary RPG in his hands, breaking the builds down. Good teamwork between Ninja and Reverse as they continue to dominate this server. 11 for Ninja and about 7 or 8 for Reverse himself. Meanwhile, the other end, Ceice in a fight, runs out of mats, forced to go up close and personal, and luckily able to make it work with attack in hand. And he's sitting at 9 elims himself, And if it wasn't for that first game being down 21 going into the second, this match would have been a nail-biter.
I mean, and it's so unfortunate, too. Like, we look at that scoreline and we're saying, wow, you know, like Ceice and Riversen, they've really started to kind of turn things around. They've really tried to adapt their gameplay a little bit. But just being down by 21 elims is so crazy. I think that was a mech that most likely came through, destroyed some of those builds. But regardless, though, Riversen taking down at least one there, but still. And that is always the talking point, is there's the mech. Speaking of talking point, speaking of the star of the show today, it is about if you do not have a good performance in game one, it's almost, I mean, depending on who you're facing off against, it's almost like not possible to make a comeback, regardless of how well you play. I mean, how often, I think we can count on our hands, how often a team that has been up by 15 to 20 eliminations has not kept with that advantage moving forward. And that's the same that is going to be said here for Ceice and Co. They're having a fantastic game. Obviously, you know, we've talked about Reverse and Ninja. They're still kind of staying consistent. But as you mentioned, Taylor, if they don't drop as early as they did, this is a super close game. One that means, hey, we're coming down to the final 7 eliminations. This one is super, super close. However, all our talking point is what could have been rather than what is.
Absolutely right. And we always reach that point, especially going into a large deficit in the game number 2. But I think more so in this case, it's absolutely true as a whistle comes in. And he's just chilling. He knows exactly the position that he's in, but he'll continue to slay out if he can. But Reverse not stopping in the same location he was in game number 1, where we saw him slay a team out. He is doing just that in game 2. As one player just down below, RPG comes through. Luckily, doesn't do anything, doesn't connect.
Goodness.
And he's able to connect his shots at least, and that's going to be another one in his name. That's 10 for him as he meets where Ninja was just before, which Ninja, I think, has a couple more to his name. Yep, 13. So we're looking at 24 now, 24 total elims in game number 2. And I don't think a Brute was used in this game. So I got to say, impressive stuff to say the least between these two team members. And if they keep slaying out the way that they are, a final run, a grand final spot is surely going to be guaranteed.
It's one of the things that the players have to adapt to. What's the phrase? Adapt or die?
Yeah.
It's happened a few times this game.
And in Fortnite, too, I mean, like, adapting is one of the most important characteristics and skills that you have to have. Like, the ability to adapt in other esports sometimes is minor. It's a matter of, oh, you know, adapt to this, you know, particular weapon or this kind of change up. In Fortnite, we talk about
World Cup was a little bit different, but with that being said, he was a oh no, I think someone just got yeah.
Oh no.
I want to hear what Ninja's got to say right here.
I think he said that Ceice just got beamed by the shotty from the Brute, man.
It's tough.
Wait, Reverse just topped inside.
Okay.
He stopped in the driver's seat.
Oh, there's two Brutes facing off against each other.
Yo, Reverse has the chance to take that Brute out and then self-destruct. That would be 2.
Oh, no, it's been destroyed, and I think the other Brute's still alive. Ninja's getting laser from the left. Fortunately, he'll be okay. Reverse, though, does pick off one player, and now we are down to just one, and Ninja has early pickings at him. He's going to go ahead and build up, try and take over that high ground. Unfortunately, drops down, still alive. Still alive, mind you. And he's going to beam this player. One more shot, and that's it. He gets it. 15 elims for him. Reverse right around the same.
How many elims?
Unbelievable.
How many points do they get in total? I want to know what the scorecard is.
25?
So they have 25 in game 1. They at least had 25 in game 2.
Right.
At least.
They're definitely over 50. I want to say 54 maybe? That's my guess. 54.
That's crazy. And this is winners round 2, folks?
Yeah.
53. What?
That's insane.
Okay. A casual 53 in 2 games.
Yeah, that's insane.
That is. And it wasn't a matter of, oh, it was Reverse the whole time.